Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne podcast. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas, here to bring you another episode your way. In particular, I think it's episode number 90. It's Sunday, December 14th, if the King is not mistaken. Finally had the chance to sit down, guys, to watch a little movie on Netflix called, I guess, Wake Up Deadman. Knives Out Murder Mystery. It's the third film by Rian Johnson that he's posted on Netflix, starring, of course, in the lead role, Daniel Craig. Unbelievable. It finally dropped, and you can also see it in the theaters, because I saw it in the theaters, because I saw another particular film that I'll be discussing and reviewing in a couple of days, and a little movie called Five Nights at Freddy 2, a sequel to that. My nephew dragged me to go watch that, so we watched it, and talk about that on Tuesday. This upcoming Tuesday coming on our YouTube channel. But anyways, I wanted to tackle this third film. Loved the first one. Second one was kind of like iffy with me. I was really looking forward to it. And then this third one, I'm like, you know what? Let's see if they pick things up and, recapture the movie magic, in my personal opinion. So I'll go through the details of the, just the actors and stuff of the other two casts of the two other films and when they were released, just quickly, guys, and then I'll jump into the third one, and then I'll tell you my honest feelings about not only the third film, but overall, generally, the three films, which ones I like the best and whatever, and what they could have done better, if I want to go on and ramble. But I want to be here forever on a Sunday. You guys need to enjoy your day. It's cold up here in Canada land, but anyways, Wake Up Deadman, indeed. Okay, anyways, so the first film, guys, Knives Out, came out in 2019. It centers around a novelist who passes away, okay, played by Christopher Plummer. You got Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Anna de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Toni Collette, Don Johnson, Lakita Saintfield, Catherine Langsford, Jaden Martell, Kiki Lindholm, Frank Oz, Kay Callan, to name a few. Okay, that came out 2019. 2022, 3 years later, we got Glass Onion. Takes place in Greece. It involves a tech billionaire, and they got to figure out shit from there. But this cast, if anything, I thought the first movie's cast was over the top. This one's even crazier. Daniel Craig, Edward Norton, Kate Hudson, Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., Dave Bautista, Jessica Henwick, Madeline Klein, Noah Segan, he played in all three films, Jackie Hoffman, Dallas Roberts, Ethan Hawke, guys, Hugh Grant, Stephen Sondheim, Natasha Lyonne, Yo-Yo Ma, Serena Williams, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So that's the cast, It takes place in the Greek island stuff. And then in 2025, 3 years later, so at least they're consistent with that, we get, of course, listen to this cast, guys. This was pretty impressive for Wake Up Deadman. You got Daniel Craig, who plays Benoit Blanc. You got Josh O'Connor, who plays Reverend Judd Duplessis. I can't even pronounce his name, man. You got Glenn Close, who plays Martha. Josh Brolin, who plays Monsieur Jefferson. I guess that's what it is, if I pronounced it right. Mila Kunis, who plays the police chief. You got Jeremy Renner, who plays Dr. Nat Sharp. You got Kerry Washington, who plays Vera Draven. You got Andrew Scott, who plays Leo Ross. He's like a book guy. Kaylee Spiney, she plays Simone. She's like a violinist who got paralyzed. You got Daryl McCormick. You'll see the twist in that. I don't want to ruin it for you, but he's the brother of Kerry Washington's character. He plays Lou. You got Thomas Hayden Church, who's kind of like the landscaper, groundskeeper person. He plays Samuel Hope. You got Jeffrey Wright in this as one of the high top priests there. He plays Langstrom. He's the one who sends, what's his name's, Josh O'Connor's character to this place where Josh Brolin is. And you got Annie Hamilton, plays kid, went Grace as a kid and thing. So guys, this one starts off with a wow. Right at the beginning, you got this person wrecking shop in a church. This little girl confronts thing. We find out that's Glenn Close's character. Says something to her, and she just goes whatever, and she ends up dying. Apparently, they're after some sort of jewel that's been hidden, and everybody's going crazy for it. But typical fashion, I'm going to tell you guys straight off the back, it's a slow burn. It's like 2 hours and about 30 minutes long, something like that. Josh Brolin plays this kind of like not corrupt priest, but he's not innocent either. And the one other priest doesn't like what he's doing, and there's a lot of manipulation, people backstabbing everything. Jeremy Renner's character is a doctor. So there's a lot of people like the typical riffraff that end up together in one thing, and everybody has a different agenda. And then you find out that the priest found out about this jewel, and and then there's like some faking of death and all this stuff. And like, I'm leaving a lot out. Glenn Close is the overprotective Martha, who's dedicated to the priest and doesn't like the fact that this other priest came in, and she's kind of like conniving and sort of you think. And as a result, things go on and on. The one priest confronts the other priest. Shit hits the fan. They have a little bit of falling out, but they don't. But then he says, I'm going to ruin everybody kind of thing. The priest, that's Josh Brolin's character. And that's where things slowly unravel until there's a sermon going on in the church. The young priest turns his head, and all of a sudden you see Josh Brolin lying down in a pool of blood with a knife in him. And that's where it kind of starts from. And then, of course, you got Daniel Craig's character showing up with Mila Kunis, investigating, asking his normal questions. And it's kind of, like I said, it's a whodunit, guys. So as they're trying to unravel, clues pop up here and there. And then when you think you know something, they do a backstory, because there's always a backstory when Daniel Craig's character kind of like explains how it happened. And then you can kind of see behind the scenes, and is it what you really saw wasn't really what you saw. This is what's going on. So that's when you get Glenn Close's character being a part of it, involved. She's the one who's guilty, pretty much. She's the one who orchestrated all this. You got Thomas Hayden Church's character there. There's one part that Josh Brolin's character dies. He's murdered. Then all of a sudden, he's up. He's alive. He kicked down the door, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's a miracle, right? Because, it's a religious kind of type setting, guys, for this one. And, he's risen just like Jesus and all this stuff. And then you see the footage and what they did and who portrayed him and all that. I'm telling you. And then the way they discovered the body in the house of the doctor, because the doctor we thought had something to do with it, which he did. But then he got triple backstabbed, but we'll leave it at that. Because they're after this jewel, right? He saw this jewel that's what they were after. And so he wanted it for himself because it's a lot of money, but it's a curse kind of thing. You'll see it. It's a MacGuffin in the film. You'll see it why. That's the reason why they're going all bananas. Glenn Close is trying to keep this away from people because it's bad, and the original priest died protecting it. Shit like that, okay, guys? But the way they were uncovering things and what she did, and to kind of like poison the doctor because he was trying to poison her so he can take the jewel, and then throwing his body, turning the acid to kind of disintegrate him. And then you had Josh Brolin's body with his hands there, and you can see it's, I'm telling you, shit like that was going down. But yeah, man, it's like bonkers there. And overall thoughts, guys, I liked it. I think I liked it more than the second one, personally. I think it was well thing, but it didn't have to be 2 hours and 29 minutes. I think they could have trimmed a good 25 minutes and explained a lot less, because when you over-explain a lot, it kind of takes you out of it. Because, like I said, I watched the first hour in 10 minutes, and then I had to stop because I went to go see Five Nights at Freddy with my nephew. Came back early this morning and finished the remainder 50 minutes. And I think the last 30 minutes is where it starts to pick up, because it's, a lot of storytelling, forward the story, and then you get all the characters getting introduced and what their angles are and all this and why they might have done it, and then no, they couldn't have done it because they weren't here, and then this person has more motivations to commit the crime, stuff like that, guys. And that's how this one was typical fashion. It was done well. I think I was a little bit more interested in this than I was in the Glass Onion. Because Glass Onion, tech billionaire, whatever. Someone's going to kill him because for his money, whatever. It's a typical thing, and he's going to do some crazy crap, and that took place in Greece too. And setting was cool, but that didn't carry that film in my particular thing. I love the first one, probably the best from all three, to tell you the truth. You didn't know what to expect besides it being a whodunit. You knew that, but the way it was done and the way it took place inside one house, and they weren't allowed to leave the premise kind of thing, and then it eventually did, and it kind of did a widespread. Pretty cool. This one is kind of like the same thing, but it's held within a town kind of thing, right? And they're going from place to place and stuff. A little bit more open, a little bit more free. Daniel Craig, longer hair in this one, and then near the end, like, to have a confession, to kind of like Glenn Close comes clean and says what the hell she did and how she committed and the reasons why and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, that was good, Still a good film. Don't get me wrong. Don't let me don't fool you guys or think that, oh, this one was bad. No. I highly recommend, if you're a Knives Out movie fan or franchise fan, check it out. Daniel Craig brings it. All the actors bring it. Thomas Hayden Church, Josh Brolin, prick. I'm telling you, you have to watch it for yourselves and then come back in the comment section. But if I had to rank these films in any particular order, Knives Out, or Wake Up Deadman, and then Glass Onion. Is there going to be a fourth one? Probably. But as for the order and what I like, that's what I prefer, Knives Out. This one is still a good film. I liked it. You guys go in the comment section below and tell me what your thoughts on Wake Up Deadman, the other films, you name it, the work. So there you go, guys. That's this episode's hot topic. Hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other podcasts, episodes, reviews, you name it, the works. And yeah, guys, jam-packed. There's going to be a lot of reviews coming your way, and probably an unboxing. My final Blu-ray unboxing. It's not going to be a giveaway, but it's going to be a good one. And that's going to help divide the last, I guess, era of the movie throne going into the new. Because, we're going to make it a little bit more simpler. And you guys know, check out the anime throne. That kicked off literally this month. Going to be a new episode upcoming Friday, Christmas, and probably even New Year's Eve. I'll be generous and do another one. And then it'll officially start February. So, yeah, join in for that if you're a big anime fan. I'm diving back in, watching a lot of these things for the first time. TV series, you name it, the works. Going in blind. The King's going in blind, but he's happy to do it. So there you go, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe there as well. So anyways, Wake Up Deadman. Loved it. Go watch it. So there you go, guys. That's my official Wake Up Deadman, a Knives Out murder mystery starring Daniel Craig and directed by Ryan Johnson. Streaming on Netflix. I hope you guys enjoy that. Stay off the King's throne. And I'll see you guys where? I'll see you guys here Tuesday with Five Nights at Freddy review part 2. So take care. Be the hell good.